my driveway right here, guys, that I'm walking on right now, I have not touched this thing for 2 years. And I usually have a system that I use with a tractor and a box blade and a landscape rake. And I have a pretty good video on my system on how to maintain your gravel driveway using those two pieces of equipment. And I try to do once a year on that. And it's actually been 2 years now since we've touched this driveway. I've always wanted something to kind of use in between the tractor just to quickly touch it up. And I've always wondered how good a chain drag would do at that. So that's what we're gonna find out today. Okay, so here's up around the house. The main thing here is I've added gravel over the years with the loader, and it's a little lumpy out in there. I don't know if you can see it, but mainly because I never really had a great way to smooth it. I do have a landscape rake, which is what I used, but you really almost need something to smooth it better, AKA a chain drag, to really get the final smooth on it. We never really need material. The material is there. That's a mistake I made the first several years of owning this house, was we were bringing in material when we really didn't need to. Right here in this low spot, we started getting, it's almost like dirt right in here. I don't know if it's sediment or whatever. And every time it rains now, water lays in here. Now, we don't really get potholes. I mean, that would be the closest thing to a pothole that we have. Okay. Get you a view of it there. That has never been there before, other than it just started maybe 6 months ago. So now we're going uphill, and we had 4 inches of rain the other day, no joke. And it washed out a little here. It's never washed out up through here before, but it did the other day. Washed out over in here. A lot of this kind of stuff does not show up good in camera, but that's probably 3 or 4 inches deep. As we come up this slight grade, you can tell we have a center strip here, which I like the look of. And in the video where I used the box blade, I had mentioned I ripped the center strip out. But the thing is, that center strip, if you don't do anything with it, it will build up. The grass will push the dirt up in the middle, and you'll have ground level here. It'll dip down into your tire tracks, and then it'll come back up here because the grass pushed it up, and then down and then over. That creates 2 channels for water to run down. So every now and again, you do need to rip the center strip out. And I'm gonna tell you, it always regrows. I round up this center strip this year, and it completely died, and then now new came in. So you do need to level this off. I mean, I like the look of it. I think it holds things in good too. But you do need to level it off, and it will come back. One of the issues, this is a main road over here. It's just a 2-lane road. But one of the issues I've always had, and even with doing this with the tractor, you have, this drops off down right here. There's a culvert under here, and it drops down big time over here into a ditch. And there is not much room here to turn around. And even with like the tractor and stuff, you gotta go out on the road, you gotta make multiple point turns and all of that. So I actually have an 8-foot wide pasture drag for our pastures and stuff. But A, 8 foot's just too big and bulky for the driveway in general. B, and it's the pull type. B, I would never be able to like turn that thing down here, turn it around. So I never really, always had in my mind I wanted to get a small pasture drag. But then I didn't know what I'd pull it with, because even like this golf cart, you would have to really swing it out wide over here and turn it to get turned around. And another issue I have is there's a top drain to this culvert right there. So you don't want to drag rocks into that. So you really almost just have here to turn around. And it just hit me the other day. I said, if I can get like a 4-foot by 4-foot drag, and I said, if I can use that thing behind our 0-turn lawnmower, would that work? And it might be the ticket. So that's what we're going to try today, and it might not work. it might not work. But that's the plan I have. So sometimes bigger equipment is not always better. And I tell you, even if I had a pasture drag that was a 3-point hitch frame on it and you could pick the drag up, you still got the problem of turning the tractor around down here. The only issue I could really see with it is when you turn sharp with a pasture drag, sometimes it wants to like bunch up because it's turning like this rather than a sweeping turn. So we'll see how that does. But let me go up here and show y'all what I got. All right, so this just got delivered the other day. This is a VEVOR 4-foot by 4-foot chain drag. I want to say it weighs around 60 pounds. And this is how it comes. I paid $164 for it off Amazon, free shipping. Comes in a really nice crate. Give you the model here. I'll put a link to this in the description too. I don't think VDH44 is VEVOR's number. But anyway, I'll put the link to it in the description. They offer several different sizes. Let's get this thing, I haven't even opened it up. Let's get it opened up, see what it looks like. First off, I'll say I paid for this myself. VEVOR did not sponsor it. It'd be nice if they did. I have a lot of their stuff and I like their stuff generally. I'm sure there is some bad stuff, but I've been happy with pretty much all of it, I'd say. It's good. Well, their quote is tough tools, half price. So I'm looking at it right there, and that's probably how I would describe their stuff as well. So I got it pretty much untangled, but I did run into one little boo-boo here from VEVOR that I gotta fix. These hooks for the drawbar. By the way, the thing looks really well made. I really like it. Especially for $164. But these hooks here, this loop goes around and in between the two holes here, and then it hooks on your drawbar. This one, the hook goes through this hole, but if you notice, this side of the hook over here is not going through the hole right there. It's like they missed it. So I'm gonna try to bend that and get it in there. Whew, it is hot out here, guys. I don't know if you can see how much I'm sweating or not, but man, it is humid. My gosh. Anyways, I got that one fixed. It was this one right here. It was annoying. Had to use a pipe wrench and then a pry bar to open this up, get it in between the two things there. And then I had to take all this apart and go put it in my vise and squeeze it shut. But anyways, a little bit of annoying, but not that big of a deal. Let's give this thing a try. I almost forgot that it comes with these rods and this hook, and that's what you pull it with. I'm not sold on this idea because my other drag, my big one, there we go, has chains right here for here and here. So I'm not sure, how this will react versus chains.
Up on the mountain, down on the farm, living each day in my country charm. Ain't no other place I'd rather be. Life on the farm is the only life for me. Shenandoah the valley on an old skyline. Ain't no other place I'd rather be. Life in the valley is the only life for me.
Alright guys, so we're probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 passes in. Here's how I got it connected to the lawnmower. Just got me a little shackle there. The rods have not been a problem at all. Haven't minded that. The 0 turn mower, this has been the ticket. Alright. This thing, look how sharp I can turn. I mean, that's pretty much full turn. And when you turn that sharp with the tractor and then with my big one, it wants to bunch up this edge right here where you're turning. It kind of just bunches it up. But it doesn't do that on this, which that really helps me out down there at the road. So that road down there, I'll get some footage, but I can turn that no problem. With that said, I'm also able to like get up in these areas way better. Down in there, I can get down in there and really fine tune what I'm doing. So I figured I would show you one of the things that it doesn't do well. And if you go back and watch my other videos where it's a box blade I use, and then I use a landscape rake. And what I do is on a gravel driveway, a lot of the gravel gets pushed to the outside edge. See it there? Tons of gravel through here. So I'll take the landscape rake and I'll run it at a 45 and drive like this. And it'll take all that gravel and push it this way. And you know, I'll do the same thing on the other side. So all your gravel gets in the middle and then you can just disperse it out. Well, you can't 45 or do anything like that with a chain drag. So it is like working this stuff up, but it's not, you know, doing anything to get it over this way. I decided to throw some tires on there that I had, and that was really when it really shined. So I was worried about the tires. I've done that before on other ones and they bounce off and all kind of stuff, but wasn't too big of a deal with this one. I guess because like a pasture is more rough than a driveway. What I'm gonna do now, you can see you got all these ridges in the driveway. So I'm gonna flip this thing upside down. Now you've got the smooth end down, and we're gonna run over and smooth everything off. The nice thing about a little drag like this is you can just pick it up yourself and flip it. It's a whole lot bigger of a deal once you get into the bigger drags. Now, as you can tell, I got the teeth are up and the smooth side is down. And we'll run over the driveway like that. It was clouding up really bad, and it was looking like it's gonna be a thunderstorm, and I was really excited because I think this system will really work awesome right after a rain. So I was hoping it would rain, and then I'd go out here and do some more dragging, but doesn't look like it now. It's blue skies. So we're gonna finish it by pulling this upside down, smoothing it all out, and calling it good. I was getting ready to film the final, drive through of the driveway, and somebody wanted to come and get hay. They're a repeat customer, and they got 6 bales of hay. So that's awesome. But anyways, here's the finished product using the VEVOR chain drag only. Turned out really good, I think. I think if you right after a rain, if you were able to just hop on it, I think you could do amazing with it. But it literally did everything I needed it to do, other than pull the side stuff in, which I do with the landscape rake at a 45, as I said. Look how good it looks down here. And the area down here that I said was that weird area, kind of like dirt. Here, that right here is that area. So it did okay, but I think after a rain it would have really dug in a lot better. But what I'm gonna do is, being you're not hooking equipment up and all that to the tractor, I'll just be able to hook it up to the mower real quick. I'll be able to hook it up to the mower real quick and do it after a rain. Right here was where those washouts were, and it filled them in really good. I don't know what it comes up on camera. And I tell you, adding the tires on top of the drag, I should have done that to begin with, but I wanted to just see how it did naturally. But here it was here. It got rid of a decent amount of the center strip, but it left a good amount as well. And then down here at the road was, again, guys, anything that I get, I have to be able to turn it around down here. And this was where the 0-turn mower and the small drag really shined. So I'm pretty happy with it. What I did, guys, and I made a video on this and it wasn't popular. No, it was when I was a very small channel, but I think it's awesome. But I built this post here, and I showed you how to do it. And I've got my big chain Harrow hung off of it. And what happens is, what I do is I come in with the front end loader and the pallet forks and pick it up right here, pull it off of those pieces of pipe. There's always tension on it, it's not getting tangled up, and then when I let it down, I drop it down and kind of drive forward, and nothing gets tangled up. I didn't have time, I know I said I wanted to, and I didn't have time in this video because that guy came and got hay and stuff, but I'm gonna weld up a hook and I'm gonna put on this back end back here, and I'm gonna hang the small VEVOR one off the back of this. The thing about that one is you can just manually pick it up and place it on the hook back here. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. What do I think of the VEVOR chain drag? I think it was great. I think for the money, for 164 bucks, including shipping that thing to my house, in that crate, and weighing 60 pounds or whatever, I think it did awesome. I don't have anything negative to say about that. I mean, other than that, the hook that wasn't through the eyelet or whatever, and I had to fix. But the main thing that I'm happy about is I never really knew how to do this driveway very well with the tight space that I had to work with down there at the main road. The tractor and the box blade and the landscape rake, go out and check that video out, because if you really need to do a big reno, that's the way I would do it. But I knew there had to be something just quicker that I could do, and I knew it involved a chain drag, and I still didn't even at that point know how to make that turn down there. And one day it just hit me, use the 0-turn lawnmower. So it worked great. I mean, it didn't bunch up like I thought it would on a 90-degree turn and all that stuff. So I'm really happy with it. But anyways, guys, I want to thank y'all for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.